Hi, and welcome to Cooking Corner with Giuseppe.
Hey Giuseppe, what are you cooking tonight?
Get out of here! Welcome to Cooking Corner with Giuseppe CrimiVaroli, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make Stromboli. Alright, so what you're going to need in terms of ingredients are the following. You're going to need some mozzarella cheese, some tomato sauce, some cornmeal, a few slices of ham or whatever else you want to fill your stromboli with, and you're going to need fresh pizza dough. You can either get this from a pizzeria or from Hannaford's. Alright, so in terms of cooking implements, you're going to need the following. You're going to need a spoon, a can opener, a peel, and a pizza stone. Alright folks, as always, step one is going to be wash your hands. Go ahead and turn your faucet on, stick your hands underneath and rub them together a little bit, get them nice and moist, flick them out, add some of that lovely soap, rub your hands together in between the fingers, over the knuckles, whatever you got to do, stick them back on there and wash all the sauce off. When you're finished, flick your fingers out, turn the water off, grab yourself something to dry it on, and once your hands are dry, you just get rid of it. Alright folks, moving on to step number 2, it's gonna be preheat your oven with the pizza stone inside. Take this opportunity to take your pizza stone, open the oven, and put it inside. You're gonna close the oven and preheat it to 425 degrees. Bake. That's all of step number 2. Alright folks, we're moving on to step number 3, and that is going to be stretch out your pizza dough into a rectangle. Got it? Good. Go ahead, take your pizza dough and start stretching it out. Start warming that dough with your hands and stretching it out like this. Grab the edges, pull them a little bit at a time, stretch it out. You don't want it to be too thin in one spot or too thick in another. Go on and just keep stretching it out. Just do what you can. Stretch here, stretch there, stretch everywhere. Stretch Armstrong, whatever you got. Alright, so you keep working your dough long enough, you're going to get it into a nice dough sheet like this. So, we're going to keep stretching it and do some of the fancy pizza acrobatics that you see in the movies. So, you can take it, start tossing it up in the air like this, over your shoulder. I can't do that, but over your shoulder if you're feeling confident. Flip it up, unroll it, do whatever you can to stretch it out a little bit more. Alright, then you're going to take it, slap it down on the counter, and try to get it into that nice rectangular shape. So start pulling the corners out little by little. Pulling the edges tight, see if you can get it to hold its shape. Until you get it to have a nice rectangular shape. Voila! Alright folks, finished with step number 3. Now that we got a nice rectangular dough, we're going to head on over to step number 4. It's going to be fill your stromboli and roll it. Alright, so to start this off, you're going to open up your can of sauce by using that handy dandy can opener that you got. So go ahead, open up the sauce like so, or however you want to open up your can. You don't have to do it exactly like me. Remove the lid because that's sharp metal. Take your handy dandy spoon and apply a little bit of sauce. Now take my word for it when I tell you less sauce is more when it comes to stromboli. If you put too much sauce in, it'll burst in the oven. So use less sauce than you think you're going to need and apply it lightly to the opposite side of the stromboli. You see I just used 1 spoonful and I'm spreading it out. Once you've got that, go ahead, open up your cheese. Stick your hand in and grab some. And then just sprinkle it over the saucy area, like so. Voila. Now this is the time where if you were putting in other ingredients like your ham or whatever other fillings you want, you would add them now. Alright, so if you were going to add ham, or other cold cuts of the manor, what you would do is you would take them and fold them hot dog style. Then rip them up the center, or as close to it as you can get, and lay them out lengthwise in the stromboli, like that. All right, now this is important. What you're gonna do is grab the stromboli by the edges and very tightly flip it over. Now that it's flipped a little bit, you're gonna tuck in the ends a little bit. That's important. Now what you're gonna do is repeat the process. Go ahead, add some more sauce. Less is more again. You could even add the sauce where you're gonna fold the stromboli onto to create less of a mess. Once your sauce is added, go for some cheese. And then ham and roll it again. Beautiful. Do that until you get to the end. Alright, so you've stuffed and rolled your stromboli up until the final roll. This is where it gets a little bit trickier. So you're going to take the end that you haven't been rolling and flip it over the top like so. And tuck it in to the rest of the stromboli. Wherever you tuck the dough, that is going to be the bottom of the stromboli. Like so. Alright folks, your stromboli is all rolled up and stuffed full of ingredients. Now we're going to move on to baking it. We call this little ditty step 5. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to open up your handy dandy cornmeal and sprinkle some of that on the peel. Maybe 2 pinches. Move it around with your hand a little bit so it gets all over the peel. Beautiful. Then you're going to pick up your stromboli, making sure that last fold is on the bottom. Pick it up off the counter and put it on the peel in a crescent shape. It's like a little smiley face. Alright, then you're going to take it and head on over to your oven. And from there, you're going to put it on the pizza stone. So go ahead and open your oven like so. And just kind of shake it off onto the pizza stone. Stick your hand in there if you have to. Be careful not to touch any bits of the oven. Shake it off onto the pizza stone. Now close the oven and let it cook for 25 minutes or more, depending. Alright, so we have had a little mishap here on Cooking Corner. Somehow, don't know how, we broke the pizza stone, but as a consolation, the stromboli is done anyway. So we're going to take it out of the oven real quick. Alright, so we're going to come on over here, take our handy dandy peel, open our oven. Probably turn the oven off at this point. We're going to grab something so we can pull the rack out. Grab the rack, pull it out a little bit here. Beautiful. We're going to slide the peel underneath the stromboli and try to pull it onto here a little bit. And voila, you've got yourself a stromboli. Alright folks, after a little mishap, we've picked our stromboli up, put it back together, and it's cooled. Now, it's time to plate. We call this step number 6. Go ahead, take your handy dandy little knife, and cut right into your stromboli. And voila, it's looking delicious. The end piece, a little more bread, so I'm going to cut a little deeper in next time, but voila, it's looking delicious. Alright, I'm going to thank you all for coming to Cooking Corner with Giuseppe CrimiVaroli. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like or a comment. If you want to see something in the video, comment or get in touch with me, however you can. Stay tuned for our next video, and bye-bye now.
Shouldn't have broke. Oof.
It for sure should not have broke.
It's not like it was wet. We haven't used it in forever.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea why it would break.
It's not cold.
It for sure was cold. It's been in this oven at 425 for like an hour now.
More than before that. Did it crack as soon as you opened it?
I heard the cracking. That's why I opened it. So I was like, what the heck was that?
crack right before it was done.
Hi, and welcome to Cooking Corner with Giuseppe CrimiVaroli.
Oh, hey Giuseppe, what are you cooking tonight?
Get out of here!